for this little while, nothing else is required. The day can remain outside. Whatever is still unfinished can stay where it is. You do not have to brace against anything here. Sometimes a thought is simply there. No invitation. No plan. It appears in the middle of everything, already formed, already speaking. It can be ordinary. It can be strange. It can feel random, sharp, flat, familiar, or completely unimportant. Still, it arrives on its own. A word, a memory, a line of worry, a piece of a conversation that was not being asked for. And then another. That is such a human thing. Thoughts often come before any choosing, before any decision to think them. They can enter softly or all at once. They can make no sense at all. Nothing has gone wrong because a thought appeared. Even the unwanted ones. Even the ones that seem to drop in from nowhere. A thought can arrive in the wrong tone, at the wrong time, with no reason you can name. It can repeat a phrase. It can leave a fragment behind. It can pass through without asking whether it belongs. And still, this can be ordinary. You are allowed to leave all that unarranged. You are allowed to stop meeting each thought with effort. Just for this little while, nothing needs to be sorted. I am here with you in that simple fact. A thought appears, then perhaps another. Not as a test, not as a message you have to open. Sometimes the mind is already speaking before you even notice it has begun. Sometimes it drops in a sentence with no beginning. Sometimes only a fragment. Sometimes something so brief, it is almost gone as soon as it arrives. So the pressure can soften here. The need to manage every passing thing can rest. You have not failed because a thought came unasked. It is only one more arrival in a mind that knows how to make them. And for now, that can simply be here. And in that simple space, something else can be felt. Not as a lesson, more like a quiet fact. The next thought is not being built by hand. It does not wait for careful assembly. It does not ask to be invited in. It can seem almost like sitting in a quiet room with an open doorway. The doorway is simply open. Nothing is being pulled through it. Nothing is being arranged on the other side. And then, without effort, something crosses the threshold. A word, a memory, a line that was not being written a moment before. It arrives already arriving. You do not have to produce that moment. Before the thought comes, there can be only a little open waiting. Not tense waiting. Not watchful waiting. Just space where nothing has to be predicted. And then the mind offers something on its own. Sometimes useful, sometimes odd, sometimes unfinished from the start. Still, it comes by itself. And if that unplanned arriving feels a little uncertain, that makes sense. Many minds try to stay ahead of what might appear. So this quiet opening can be kinder than it seems. The room does not become less safe because the next thought is unknown. Nothing about this pause before a thought means you are missing anything. It is only an open place, and you are allowed to rest in it. The room stays quiet. The doorway stays open. Again, nothing is summoned. No reaching is required. No private signal has to be sent. And again, a thought appears. Maybe only a fragment this time. Maybe a tone without words at first. Maybe half a sentence already moving before it is even fully known. So much of it happens before any sense of choosing can catch up. Underneath that, the breath can keep moving in its own easy way. The body can remain here, steady and present, while the doorway stays as it is. I am here with you for that simple waiting, and for the small surprise of whatever comes next. That can be a relief. Not having to guess the next thought. Not having to prepare one. Not having to stand guard at the doorway of the mind. The opening remains. The space remains. And once more, something comes through. Brief or long. Clear or blurry. Familiar or completely unplanned. Before it comes, you are not failing to think. After it comes, you are not responsible for having manufactured it perfectly. There is only this open interval, and then this arrival. Open interval. Arrival. Open interval. Arrival. The next thought can keep coming the way, whether comes to a window left uncovered. Nothing forced. Nothing to get ahead of. Just this simple, unmade appearing. And often, after that unmade appearing, another one follows. Not because you go out to find it. Not because you line it up. It comes, and then something else comes after it. In the same quiet room, with the same open doorway, one thought crosses the threshold. Then another seems to come with it, or just behind it. A word may call up a memory. A memory may lean into another memory. A feeling may gather a sentence around itself. It happens by itself, without you needing to help. You do not have to push the second thought out of the first one. You do not have to connect them carefully. The linking is already happening. The mind keeps making its own quiet bridges. Even now, something may arrive, and before it is fully known, something else may already be following. The room stays still. The doorway stays open. One thought comes through, then another, then perhaps another after that. Not because you direct the order, not because you keep the chain moving. It moves on its own, without you needing to help. Some links are clear. One thing reminds the mind of something close to it. Some links are strange. The next thought turns in a way you would not have planned. Still, it continues. Still, the next piece comes. You might notice that you do not even need to understand the connection for the sequence to keep unfolding. It can be blurry and still continue. It can be unfinished and still continue. It can drift and still continue. It may be only the shape of a thought at first, a faint sound of language, the edge of a memory. Then, almost before that one settles, another piece answers it. The room does not need to change for this to happen. Its air can stay easy and still, while one little thread becomes the next. And if your attention drifts for a moment, the chain may still keep forming somewhere just beyond the center of notice. It continues softly, with or without your keeping track. Again, in this same simple room, a thought crosses the doorway. Perhaps it carries only part of an idea. Then another thought follows and changes its shape a little. Then another arrives and carries it somewhere else. You are not required to manage that movement. You are not required to keep up with it. It happens by itself, without you needing to help. Sometimes the links are so light, they are hardly links at all. Just a feeling turning into a phrase, or a phrase fading into another feeling. Still, the doorway remains open enough for that too. And if the chain keeps going while your attention softens, that is all right too. The thoughts do not need your supervision to continue linking, loosening, and passing through. One leads to another, and another, and sometimes another still. The room remains here. The doorway remains open. The mind continues in its own way, and you are allowed to rest a little farther back from the flow. And sometimes, before any link becomes a full chain, it simply thins. In this same quiet room, with the doorway still open, a thought may begin to enter and then lose its edges. It does not always arrive as something complete. It does not always stay long enough to become clear. A phrase may start and then soften before it finishes saying itself. A meaning may gather for a moment and then become light again. Nothing has gone wrong in that. too, is part of the mind, moving in its own natural way. One thought steps across the threshold. It carries the beginning of something. Then, before it reaches the middle of the room, it grows faint. Not forced away, not completed, just fading a little, as though it no longer needs to keep its shape. You do not need to take it by the hand and lead it to an ending. You do not need to supply the final word. The unfinishedness can simply be here, and it can be safe. Then another thought may come. Perhaps only half a sentence. Perhaps only the feeling that a sentence was about to form. It crosses the doorway lightly. It drifts a little way into the room. Then it becomes quieter, thinner, less defined. It does not owe you closure. It does not need to land anywhere. Even an almost thought can be enough for one moment, and then not be needed for the next. The room remains easy around it. The doorway remains open for whatever comes and for whatever does not stay. And then again, another little shape of thought may appear. A memory beginning. A word without its full sentence. A sense that something was on its way. It enters. It hovers. It softens. It fades before becoming complete. This also belongs. This also counts as the mind being the mind. Not every thought needs a destination. Not every thought needs a neat ending. Some only appear long enough to be felt as a beginning, and then they are already dissolving back into the same gentle air. If thoughts fade unfinished tonight, they can fade unfinished. If they blur before they resolve, they can blur. If they never quite become anything solid, that can be all right too. The room does not ask them to complete themselves. The doorway does not ask them to explain why they came. Something can begin. Something can soften. Something can disappear before arriving anywhere at all. And you can rest here, a little farther back, while the mind leaves some of its sentences unfinished. From here, resting a little farther back, you may begin to notice something very simple. A thought can move through this room without asking you to go with it. You can notice it and still remain where you are. Noticing is light. Following is extra. And tonight, nothing extra is needed. A thought may cross the doorway, carrying its little shape, its little pull, its beginning of a story. You can feel that it has arrived. You can know it is here. But you do not have to rise and walk beside it. It can keep moving on its own. It can soften on its own. It can pass without your help. That is still noticing. That is enough. Another thought may come in a moment later. Perhaps this one seems brighter for an instant. Perhaps it carries a feeling that tries to invite you nearer. Even then, you can stay in the same easy place. You can let the thought cross the room while you remain quiet within yourself. You do not need to step into its path. You do not need to answer it. You do not need to continue what it begins. It can move a little farther, then thin, then lose its reason for staying. And you can simply know, for one soft moment, that you noticed it. Noticed but did not follow. Saw it pass and did not need to go after it. Then again, another one may appear. This is all right. Minds do this. Thoughts arrive with their own motion. They often seem to offer a path, a thread, a next step. But a path offered is not a path you must take. In this room, with the doorway still open, a thought can enter, drift a little way, and continue on without any need for your company. You are allowed to be the one who notices from here. You are allowed to let the mind move without joining every movement. This can be easy. More easy than it may have seemed. A thought comes. You notice. It goes on. A thought comes. You notice. It fades or passes. A thought comes. You notice. You stay. If once in a while you feel the pull to follow, that too can be all right. The pull can be noticed in the same gentle way. Nothing about that means you have failed this moment. You can soften back again and let the room stay wide around that little drift as well. And in that staying, something can feel a little roomier, a little kinder, a little less tangled. You are not falling behind by simply noticing. You are not leaving anything undone by letting a thought continue without you. In this open room, Noticing is already enough, and enough can feel warm. If another thought comes and asks for your company, it can be met softly and allowed to pass on. You remain safe in this quiet room, with nothing more required of you tonight. And even now, as you rest here, the next thought can begin on its own. You do not have to call it in. You do not have to push it away. It can simply start the way a breath starts, the way your chest rises without needing your effort every single time. A thought begins. You notice the breath. The body stays supported. And the thought moves in its own way. That is enough. A little phrase may appear in the mind. A memory may flicker. A question may try to form. None of this needs management from you. The in-breath comes. You feel it gently. The out-breath goes. And the mind keeps doing what minds do. You are safe enough to let that happen. If the mind feels full tonight, that does not mean anything has gone wrong. A busy mind is still allowed to rest. The next thought may feel soft, like a sound passing through another room. Or it may come and go the way air moves under a door, present for a moment, and then already moving on. The in-breath comes. The chest receives it. The out-breath leaves. And nothing about that thought needs your care to keep unfolding. Another thought may arrive before the last one is fully gone. That too can happen by itself. Thoughts do not wait for permission. They do not need your hand on them. Breath comes in. Breath goes out. The forehead can stay soft. The jaw can stay easy. Thinking continues or pauses in its own time. You may notice how little you need to do for any of this. A thought appears. You notice that it is here. A breath passes through. The thought changes, thins, or drifts on. Then another comes, also on its own. You do not need to keep the mind in order tonight. You do not need to settle every line of thinking. You do not need to help the next thought become clear. If one stays a little longer, you can remain just as you are. The body can stay supported. The breath can keep its easy rhythm. And even in that, there can be a little warmth in simply being here while the mind moves by itself. Thinking can happen. Breathing can happen. Resting can happen too. All while you remain here, a little farther back, with nothing to hold together. If the mind stays busy for a while, that can be allowed. If it quiets for a moment, that can be allowed too. In breath, out breath, thought, noticing, and again without effort. And if even that begins to fade now, that is all right. Nothing needs to be carried from one moment to the next. Nothing needs to be held up. You can stop bracing now. You can stop following so closely. If thoughts keep moving, they can move. If they grow faint, they can grow faint. If if attention drifts a little, that too belongs here. You do not have to stay with every word. You do not have to leave them either. You can rest near the sound of my voice, or farther away from it. Either is welcome. This can stay unfinished. This can stay open. The body can keep receiving the support beneath it. Breath can keep arriving in its own easy way. You do not need to meet it. You do not need to improve this moment. Quiet or not quiet, near sleep or simply resting, listening or barely listening at all. Nothing has to turn into anything else tonight. I am still here, and you are safe enough to loosen a little more if loosening comes. If sleep comes, it can come in its own time. If wakefulness remains, that can be gentle too. You can simply lie here in this unforced moment. No need to gather yourself. No need to finish the thought that was here a moment ago. No need to know where attention goes when it softens. This can stay unfinished. My voice can stay near or feel distant. The spaces between words can be enough now. And if you slip beyond the words, nothing is lost. You can remain with the breath or not notice it at all. You can hear these words or let them blur into the background. Nothing is required for this to be enough. Only this easing. Only this little lessening of effort. Still here. Still open. And however the mind is now, it does not need changing. However you are now, you can rest here